Oh, this is bad. We talked last Thursday about the fact Major League Baseball and the Tampa Bay Rays and the New York Yankees reached a solution for Tampa, which is a homeless team, because of the damage from the hurricane to Tropicana Field. Legends Field, Steinbrenner Stadium in Tampa, Yankee spring training site, seats 11,000, will host all Tampa Bay games next season. 24 hours after that happened, St. Petersburg City Council canceled plans to vote on the financing for repairs at Tropicana Field and postponed a vote on funding the new baseball stadium on the other side of the bridge in St. Petersburg. Sunday, Stuart Sternberg, the owner of the Tampa Bay Rays, went public and said, if you cannot help us after what you agreed to do for us, this franchise would be in jeopardy. It could move. And within 24 hours, people from Montreal and from Nashville called Sternberg to say, are you willing to talk? Montreal is in the middle of renovation of Olympic Stadium. Nashville has been pushing to build an expanded stadium in a market that they think is going to be very, very viable for Major League Baseball. So, John, this is just shocking what's happened in Tampa Bay from last Thursday when we were on the air when they thought they had the solution to the mess that's occurred. St. Petersburg's officials and the city council, the president of the city council says, we had destroyed water systems, fluoride systems, all types of infrastructure, electronic grid problems. And we're supposed to give you $380 million immediately to fund a baseball stadium when we got all these other societal problems we have to take care of. Sternberg was really upset, and St. Petersburg officials said, we have to take care of our population base, just not pamper a baseball franchise. So this was a really bad situation in Tampa. Next topic, Boston Red Sox met for almost 4 hours on Saturday with the free agent, Juan Soto, with his agent, Scott Boras, meeting in a hotel in Newport Beach. They brought all the big hitters. They brought Tom Werner, the CEO, Sam Kennedy, the president, the new general manager, Craig Breslow, and Alex Cora broke off his vacation to come meet face-to-face with Soto. They had a good meeting. I was told the Mets had another meeting on the weekend. It might have been Saturday night or Sunday, and that was with Steve Cohen and all the Met infrastructure. They've made their first presentation. I was told it was really flashy as to who the Mets are, what they stand for, what their plans are in free agency, including sales pitches to other free agents. They want Soto to come in through the front door and all be introduced at the same press conference. Led to believe the Yankees are going to make their final presentation early this week, either Tuesday or Wednesday, all that in Newport Beach. So you got the Red Sox there. San Francisco, Buster Posey, legendary catcher, now president of baseball operations. You're in for a really bad summer because they're going to tear that thing down. Buster Posey says, I'm not going to have a roster of platoon players.
Hey, he's right.
And that's what Vahidi Ziran, the former general manager, had. He said, we're not going to operate that way. They're going into the free agent market. They put 4 guys on the trade block already, including a pretty popular guy in Mike Yastrzemski, the outfielder. So there's going to be trades there. Next one, Mets payroll. Get this. They have $110 million right now that's available to be spent on free agents.
Wow.
So if you're going to pay Soto $40, you still got 60 or 70 left to go get other free agents to put around Soto. That was what their sales pitch is. And they want to talk to Blake Snell. Fascinating there. Dodgers, get this. I mean, we're talking Dodger baseball, and we're talking extensively about Roki Sasaki, who I obviously think they're going to make a huge shot at and probably have a really legitimate chance to get him. They're talking to Snell, too. Now, the difference is they're talking to Snell about their price, not his price or Scott Boras's price. I was told they're willing to offer him 3 years at about $105 million total. Not 5 years, not 7 years. 3 years, all of it paid on schedule, not a lot of deferred money. So that's interesting. Walker Buehler, he's in Atlanta meeting with the Braves.
Yeah.
He was not qualified. Dodgers not going to pay him $21 million with a qualifying offer. Dodgers still want to talk to him about a deal. but Atlanta's looking to stockpile more arms, and evidently they got him in Atlanta, at least for a visit, and they're talking to him. And it wouldn't be Dodger baseball if I wasn't talking about another guy having surgery. Bruce Dog Graterol.
Oh, that guy.
The setup guy, hard-throwing guy.
Yeah, he's a punk.
He's a punk, but he points to the sky at God and all that.
Right.
Okay. I wish you wouldn't do this show without opinions. He had labrum surgery. He pitched in September and was hurt, and he's torn his labrum. He's going to be gone until June. He's the 9th Dodger pitcher since last spring training to have shoulder, forearm, or elbow surgery.
Wow.
So that's the latest. You want to comment on Tampa Bay, Boston, your rebuilding Giants, the Mets money, and Dodgers in surgery? Go ahead.
Okay, first off, for the Rays, I can't blame that city council. I mean, they have Hurricane Milton just blew up their whole town, and by the way, I just think we need to get beyond this idea that taxpayers are supposed to subsidize billionaires in their stadiums. I think it's idiotic. And they use it as leverage. If you're not going to give me $380 million, I'm going to go to Montreal or Nashville.
Yeah, but Sternberg he's paying $1 billion of it himself.
But still, I mean, he should pay it all. He should pay 100% of it, $2 billion or whatever it is. It's not the responsibility of taxpayers to pay for that. It's a private building with a private team. But they're in a bad spot. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't mention Portland. And what are the other expansion cities?
Well, I mean, it's everybody, Charlotte and Portland, but they don't have facilities per se, and they have no plans. Nashville's got a blueprint to build. Montreal's in the middle of renovation at Olympic Stadium. I happen to think the province of Quebec is now a different economic area than it was when they had the old expos. And, you've got Montreal and you got Ottawa and you got Toronto. It could be a great regional franchise. And the economics of the Canadian dollar versus the American dollar are different now than they were in the 1980s, 1990s. So, but we'll see what Sternberg comes up with. He was the one that initially floated the idea of playing part-time in Tampa, part-time in Montreal, and baseball said no.
Yeah.
But now he's got no place to play, really, in Tampa. And now
he'll have a place to play.
Montreal.
Yeah.
Stadium.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's interesting. And the Red Sox making a run at Soto. They've got to obviously do something. Posey's right with the Giants. They got a bunch of like these meh players like Lamont Wade Jr. and like you say, Mike Yastrzemski. They show flashes, but they're not championship caliber players. So I like the fact they're making those moves. Now you said the Mets had $110 million to spend on free agency. Is that assuming that they keep their payroll spending at the level that it was last year, which is like a light years beyond the third level of the salary cap?
It was $309 million last year. And then you add on whatever the luxury tax was. Steve Cohen wrote the check. No problem. He says, I'm going to write the check again. We're going to spend it.
Right. Well, so can you imagine making New York taxpayers have to subsidize that too? I mean, that would be ridiculous, right? So I'm glad that Cohen is stepping up. And the Dodgers, I mean, Jesus. I mean, first of all, Dodger fan right now, they are still peacock dancing about their World Series victory and slamming Padre fans. And it's just like, man, have some grace and dignity with your championship.
Bull crap. It's a rivalry.
It is a rivalry. Okay. So, but the fact of Bueller leaving doesn't surprise me. And then what was, the Snell deal. Snell is such a mystery. You don't know what he's going to be, but it would just be heartbreaking to see Snell pitching for the Dodgers.
Oh, now you're speaking with your heart, being a Padre fan.
And a Giants fan. So I don't want to see Snell there. So
you're as bitter.
I am bitter. But, the Dodgers, just the rich get richer, right?
Okay, you're a baseball fan. Jump into the conversation point here. That Fans Forum chat box is open. You need to fill up this box that's on our computer with questions and answers. We go from baseball